Hi guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. If you're new here, of course, thank you so much for coming. And of course, if you're a returning subscriber, you're most welcome. Asante sana, mwebale nnyo. Well, as you can see, first of all, before we go any further, let's reintroduce ourselves because we've realized there are so many people who have come, who have joined the family. Right. My name is Tina.
I'm the B for Betty.
Wow. So basically, as you can see, we have a special guest in our channel for the first time. You guys requested this, of course, and I think you're excited watching it already, and you know what to expect here.
Yeah, this was a requested video.
Exactly.
It was requested like so much. Please, can you have this interview? And we're too excited today. We're having it.
Yes, and of course, we have a special guest. You want him?
Touched.
We have our special guest here. We want him to introduce himself. So that you can know more about him, maybe.
All right. Thank you, ladies, for having me. I feel so good to have two beautiful ladies with me. You know, I feel very, very lucky. My name is Oshay Duke Jackson. I'm an African-American YouTuber.
Okay.
But I also co-run the Uganda YouTube channel, which is like located here in Kampala, Uganda, and we focus on connecting the diaspora with people like you.
Wow, that is really interesting. How long have you been in Uganda?
This time?
This time.
So me and Kingo Batunda came on the same flight. So since January the 30th till August.
Wow.
So been stuck here,
Oh, sorry about that. How long did you expect to stay in the country?
Maybe 1 to 2 months.
Only?
Yeah, only.
Wow.
Maybe 1 month. Cause I wanted to get back. I'm actually living in Europe right now. So I wanted to get back to Europe.
Oh, wow. So. Do you think you're going to move back to Africa anytime soon? How have you found the whole situation here? Are you thinking of that, maybe?
Well, in 2018 when I came, I made a decision that I would keep coming back.
Okay.
And at least spend 6 months out of the year. Okay. So I've been here 8 times.
Wow.
So I've been trying to, get myself established here in Uganda so that I could one day, move here full time. I don't think I can do that yet.
Okay.
But I'll be able to do it in the future.
Wow. Have you done any businesses here and there or something like that? Do you have any hope of doing business?
Yeah, well, that's what the whole Uganda channel is about.
Okay.
So we try to provide a service from what's happening in the local East African market to the diaspora and trying to create opportunities. Whether it be through the podcasting or through promoting, fashion.
Wow.
Me and DJ Nacella are doing something like the mixtapes here.
The mixtape.
So we're trying to just promote the culture and see what talent, because if you build it, people come.
People come in.
And they put their spin on the things and help expand. So that's all we're trying to do right now.
Wow, that is really
one thing you've liked about Uganda?
One thing, there's many things I like about Uganda.
Okay.
But the one thing I like about Uganda the most is the nightlife.
Wow.
Yeah, is the nightlife.
Really? Which places have you gone to?
Well, I've been to a lot. I've been to Illusions. I've been to Governor.
Wow.
There's some other ones because since they've been closed, so I forgot, right? So
everything has just been put
there's
down.
Lit Lounge across the street. So I've been to a lot, and it's always fun. The drinks are cheap in comparison to the States.
Yeah. Wow.
The clubs stay open all night long. So I like to get my dance on.
Isn't it like that out there? Like, isn't it like that in America?
No. The clubs will close typically at 2:00. But,
wow.
Yeah.
2 p.m.
But in Uganda, it's
Uganda till dawn.
whoever till you die. Yeah. So
you're right. What about the food?
Do you like
What
the
is
food?
the food that you love here?
the food is good. I am now a fan of matoke.
Matoke.
So the food is good, but not only that, the international cuisine is also good.
There.
So you have the local food, which is magnificent.
Okay.
Then you have your American food, Italian food. You have the Ethiopians, the Nigerians are here with food. So anything you want to get here,
it caters for all.
Oh yeah. It's really good. Yeah.
Wow. How about the people? How have you found Ugandans so far?
Are they friendly? Are they? I don't know.
Okay, I don't want to be offensive, but they're much nicer. They're much nicer than Kenyans.
Really? much nicer than Kenya.
Yes.
You've been to Kenya?
I've been to Kenya. So Kenyans are not as openly friendly.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Ugandans are very helpful. Like if you have your pants unzipped, somebody will say, you know, if you forget to do that, if you drop something, somebody will tell you.
Yeah.
So people try to always, you know, very, very warm society. Yeah.
Wow. Are you married?
I'm not married. Not yet.
So have you
seen
anyone in
Uganda?
Uganda?
Seen anyone?
Or are you... What do you think about Ugandan women?
So yes, I've seen some women in Uganda.
How are they?
Well, I will say that when I first came here, it was difference in culture.
Okay.
So that's the hardest thing that an American or African American person will have to deal with is what we think may be offensive, and what a person, you know, because what we think offensive is, like, let's say for example, if a girl may do one thing, we may find it highly offensive, but in the culture that she's from, it's not. They don't. So that's the thing, is that, you know, a lot of times I was getting upset with certain situations. With some things. Yeah, I mean, it was, but it was just that you just don't understand the culture. So certain things you just didn't know. Okay. So and I was offending people and I didn't know. And you didn't know. Yeah.
And that is right. Yeah.
So, but once you get past that, and you kind of get an understanding, then you see why people do things, and then you can understand and go from there. Yeah.
Wow. Is it easy to interact with Ugandan women?
Yes, it's very much so. The things with Ugandan women that might make it somewhat different is again, it's where you come from and where she comes from.
Where she comes from. Yeah.
But ultimately, women want the same thing. Women want somebody to listen to them. Women want to be told that they're attractive. Women want to go on nice dates.
Yeah, true.
Women want data. You know, women want. So it's the same.
It's the same thing.
It's just that there are just some small differences here and there. But most women, if you're nice, the big difference is in America, you can kind of be mean. Okay. And women like it. But here, that's not really the case. Women don't really respond well to, like, somebody trying to be rude to them. In America, that works. You know, you could be like, you know, whatever. You can kind of run. You can kind of run to be a. You could be really mean. Women will chase that. Here, women are not like. Women want to be treated nice. You know, talk nice to. If they make a mistake, they want you to, you know, be nice about it and stuff like that.
So you are a foreigner, and we get so many people. How is it easy for a foreigner to start up a business in Uganda?
Is it easy?
It's easy.
No, I think that it's hard. It's hard to do a lot of things in Uganda because, number one, people know the market here, and people are intelligent. I think a lot of times when people think about Uganda is that, well, they're from Africa, I'm from Britain or from the States, but then you come here and you realize that although it may not be as developed as you think it should be, people are still very, very smart. The people who run things here are very powerful. And they understand the markets, and they understand why things happen. A foreigner doesn't understand why things happen. The only kind of business that a foreigner can do is one that you have a lot of access to equipment, and you know you have an advantage over a person, or you're partnering with you know, the Ugandan community to do something greater. Wow. And so it's going to be difficult because, you know, also you need to have some form of level of business and understanding. Like, you can't come to Uganda and like, oh, well, now I'm going to be a business person.
They need to come on the ground as well. Then learn the situation, learn the business here, how people deal with the business so that they can be able to be successful, I think. Right.
So, like, go ahead, I'm sorry.
So did you first come and do research, or you just did your research, then you came to Uganda and just started?
Well, I was researching Idi Amin, right? So Milton Obote, and so I was infatuated with all the military coups that happened, and you know, the Ugandan war with Tanzania, so I was very fascinated with this part of Africa just because of what I had heard about it and read about it. So when I came, I just wanted to see if I liked it first. In the first few days, it was rough because the mosquitoes was tearing me up, and but then after that, I stayed in Chawachile, and then I came. Then I was like, at the end of the trip, I really liked it.
Which place did you go to? First Kenya or Uganda?
I first came to Uganda. It wasn't when I went to Kenya is when I met Wodemaya.
Oh, okay.
The first time.
Okay.
So both times I went to Kenya, went to go see Wodemaya.
Okay.
But so the second time I decided that I wanted to come, and my contribution was I wanted to bring a YouTube channel based out of the area.
Oh, okay.
And even though I know YouTube very well, I kind of know content strategies.
Yeah.
It still has been very, very, very hard.
Yeah.
Isn't it so difficult because Uganda has not really adopted so much the YouTube and internet thing so much? Didn't you find it so hard?
It's very difficult.
It is.
It's very difficult.
good.
We're just having a good month this month finally, but it's been very, very hard.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because again, you don't know what the local community wants.
Yes.
And then also you need to be able to find the talent because that's the hardest part. Because when we first started King Ghana, I believe you were in one of our first episodes.
Yes, we're there.
We didn't have any equipment to edit
True.
or anything, so we would have to film episodes and send it back. But then you had to find out who can shoot video, at what price you could afford, because people know like you're a foreigner, so 700,000 shillings a day, So you had to find that, and then you had to really look at what combines both communities, the African American community and the diaspora in Uganda. Where can you merge both things into one strategy? And so that was the hard part, was trying to figure out what were Ugandans interested in looking at, and then what were African Americans and Caribbeans and British people, and then what are Ugandans abroad, right? That was another thing too. A lot of Ugandans are in Doha and Qatar and Dubai,
and they're loving your content. Someone one time was commenting in another group, was like, hey, you Ugandans are not doing content like Oshay. He's doing so much better than you Ugandans there. You guys should really do something about your content. So you're really doing a great job, and they appreciate that.
Well, I really thank you. And obviously we worked with people like Nabs, Aura before. So we worked with a few people. Shout out to Dennis Duke. I've never worked with him.
Okay.
But you're able to watch what they're able to do, engage, and see what you can try to do there. And so we're trying to reach people where we can reach them at. So, and it's sometimes you fail, sometimes you don't.
Yeah, it happens.
That is really good. So, Oshay, I wanted to ask you, what African Americans think about dating or getting wives in Africa? Is it a good thing? What do they think about Africans here? African women?
Yes. So, obviously, if you look because we have like a 40 million population of African Americans in the States.
Yes.
So most guys would think, women look like this here. Obviously, from Africa, it's going to be similar. And then you come here and he's like, wow. Don't get me wrong, African American women are very beautiful. But here, I think the food intake is different than in the West. It's more healthier. Women are a little bit more active.
True.
Walk more, exercising more.
Yeah.
I think that here, this is more of a masculine culture. So in the United States, men are very beat down as far as, there's a lot of feminism, is real strong.
True.
Here, it's much more okay to be a masculine man.
Yeah.
And it's okay for women to be women in Uganda.
Women.
In the United States, it's a lot of pressure for women to, to be the top earner, to do these things. They take on a lot of...
which is not the case here.
Yeah. Women are looking more to be provided for, right? Like that's just something that's in the culture. Guy that come here, I'll tell you right now, you come here, you're paying 100% of the bills.
Yes, you do
this
that.
Is what they expect. You suppose that's your job. And I think guys that are men like that are gonna like more of a culture. Obviously women, they look very nice. There's a lot of diversity. Okay. Especially in Kampala, because everybody comes here. West, Central, North.
True.
The bodies are, Ugandan women have the best bodies in the world that I've seen. I was in Brazil. No lie. I was in Brazil in 2018, and I was wishing that I was in Uganda.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's how much Uganda have somebody beat. But women are easy to talk to. I think now that brothers are seeing, because from black men, when we think about going overseas to get a woman, we're thinking about Colombia. We think about Dominican Republic. We think about Brazil. And then, guys think about some parts
West Africa, do they... Most of them are moving back to West Africa.
Well, there's a lot of women moving back to West Africa, but there's not a lot of single men. But now what you're seeing is, now that there's more content Because a lot of social media content comes out of Africa, but now because of people like yourself, you know, the Wody Mize of the world, you know, the Natural Ghana girls, people are seeing more content about Africa and what it's like.
Yeah.
And it's defeating that whole purpose that, you know, African women are poor, they're just skinny, they're thin, they don't have no money. No, because there's women out here slaying it like anybody else. And so when brothers are seeing that, they're like, damn, I didn't know,
You know that.
that you know, Ugandan women were just as beautiful as anybody else, and which is the truth. So now that there's more content and it's more access to
Exactly.
guys to reach out and, you know, maybe talk to somebody, get an Instagram, and form a relationship, guys are more open to coming here because now, I mean, because Uganda is an English-speaking country too, right?
Sure.
So if you go to Dominican Republic, it's Spanish.
You not have it so hard.
Yeah. Brazil is Portuguese. So you don't have to worry about in a translator. You can talk right to the person.
Exactly.
They understand, you know, Ugandans watch Love and Hip Hop, and they understand African American culture a little bit. So it's not that much of a bridge
Okay.
for a brother and a sister to hook up. So a lot of guys are being like, well, then in Uganda, I need to put that on my choice now. So I think it's very highly favorable.
Wow.
Black men really want to have relationships with black women anywhere in the world. So I think this is another option because this is it's a great place. So
Wow, that is really interesting. So you've heard. Do you have anything to say, Betty? Maybe to ask him.
Maybe we get so many people asking us how easy is it to start up a YouTube channel?
how easy is it?
Yeah, is it easy?
What do you mean from? I could answer from the perspective of starting a YouTube channel, operating from the States,
Okay.
and operating a YouTube channel.
But I think it's much easier that side.
It's much easier here. If you're Uganda, appreciate your African YouTubers.
Yes.
It's very, very difficult.
Very
So
hard.
difficult. First of all, that data is expensive.
Very
Internet is very expensive
Very
here.
expensive.
So let's say it's very difficult, but very possible also.
It's very, very possible. I think like the hardest part of anything is the content strategy.
Yes.
Who are you trying to reach, and
out
why?
to.
I think that a lot of people they look at BNT lifestyle. They say you have 9,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
They see you get views and you get super chats.
Thank
So
you.
you know, quite naturally has how black people are in America or Africa. Well, I'm gonna do it because they making money.
Okay.
I think the thing about that keeps you going in this business is that if you're doing it for money, you will quit.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think
very
that with
possible.
you do it because you love it.
We love it.
You
yeah.
love the grind.
It was passion. It was passion right from the beginning.
Yes.
Yes.
So if you're passionate about a certain sector, like one of the things I'm passionate about is the Pan-African content.
Okay.
Wow.
So the channel doesn't make, let's say, as much money as my other channels,
Yeah.
but the passion for the content and
for
the
the
collaboration
content,
keeps me going.
Going on.
So I would say you start where you are. You know, if you only have a cell phone, you start with that.
Yeah, because we also started with a cell phone.
Yeah.
But right now we have upgraded.
Oh, leveled up. Leveling up.
Wow, that is interesting. Well, guys, that's what we had today. Thank you so much for hanging in. In case you have any questions, just drop them down below because at least we made an effort to come and meet the guy himself here.
You requested us to meet him and we did that.
But if you have more questions, if you want anything else that you want us to do with him, please drop down your comments so that
Any
we can
other
be able to know.
collaborations you want us to do with him,
Exactly.
we are ready to do.
He's still around, right? You're
I'm
still
still
here.
around.
Uh-huh. We shall still come back here.
Yeah.
So if you haven't already, please subscribe. Go to his channel. He has Kenganda, the Kenganda channel,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
the
Oshay Duke Jackson, yeah.
Exactly. Those are two channels.
Yeah.
We are going to leave their comments. their links down below so that you can also go and check out the new subscribers from Oshay. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you for subscribing and liking your girls as always. We shall be seeing you in the next one.